Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone in here. Welcome to Crypto Miners and this AMA with Dollar Squeeze. We had some troubles, I guess, before the old link disappeared or something. I don't know. Now we're here anyway, so bring all your friends over so they don't miss this one. I see Valhalla Crypto in here. I think you are gonna speak. So I will unmute you. Let's see. Good. Hello. Oh, it sounds like you are in a very small space somewhere.
Can you hear me okay now?
Not really. We can hear you, but it's very weird.
All right, what about now?
Now it's better. Thank you.
Okay, I just had to move my phone around a little bit. How's everybody doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good, doing good. I'll let you continue the introductions and then just kind of let me know when you'd like me to pop in, and we'll get any questions answered that your community has about Dollar Squeeze today.
Of course. Let's go. So, everyone, welcome to this AMA with Dollar Squeeze. My name is Mary. We do not give any financial advice during this session, but we try to help you do yours with this AMA. So do your own research, guys. That's what I want to say. And Valhalla is here to talk about Dollar Squeeze. So Valhalla, tell me, who are you in Dollar Squeeze? Are you the founder or what's your role?
So I'm not the founder. I am public relations. Basically, I host all AMAs, conferences, and speaking events that have to do with Dollar Squeeze. Our two devs are absolutely in the chat with us today. That is Naruto and Bildo. And yeah, any questions
Let's bring
you've
them
got?
on up here too. Raise your hand, guys. You can be up here. You don't have to speak, but maybe people want to follow them and stuff, you know?
Yeah, there you go. If you guys want to come up on the stage in that aspect, I'll leave that up to them completely. Sometimes they like to just kind of drive from behind the scenes, which is totally understandable.
So one was Boyd, right?
I'm sorry?
Was Boyd one of those? What's their names?
No, Bildo and Naruto.
Okay. And I see the main account. Let's bring the main account up. That's important for people if they want to follow. So
absolutely.
I invited you to speak their main account. So all right. So how big is the team behind Dollar Squeeze? Tell me a little bit about maybe yourself and also the rest of the team.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So Dollar Squeeze is founded by a community that's been together for about 3 years. So we have two main devs. You have me in public relations, and then we have about 5 to 6 other people that support the project through marketing and other aspects as well. The main development team is fully doxed through Gempad. They did a full KYC. Their faces and all of that will be revealed when they are ready to do so for the community, but they are fully doxed and certified through Gempad. I always laugh. I'm a published author. I've been fully doxed since 2014, so I'm not a hard person to figure out who I am. I've been in crypto for about 3 years. I've known this based community and the team behind Dollar Pepe, formerly Dollar Pepe, now Dollar Squeeze, as we did do a migration. I've known this team for about 3 years. It's a very good group of individuals, very like-minded, very driven. We've all been through, couldn't tell you how many rug pulls, how many dead-end projects, and we're here just to try to better the space, get a project that's out there in front of the people, that is for the people, and gives everyone that opportunity for financial freedom. So it's a very bullish dev team. It's a lot of excitement in the air, a lot of people that are just very well known in the space, very connected, And, that's really motivated us to drive to a high level of performance and success.
All right, cool. So which chain are you on, by the way?
We are on Binance Chain, Web20.
Binance. Okay,
Yep.
okay. So let's have the talk about dollar squeeze in a nutshell. What is dollar squeeze?
Yeah. So Dollar Squeeze is a token designed to merge both the fun aspects of meme coins and tier one utilities into one token that has one mission, and that is to help to foster and bring about mass adoption into the crypto space. So when we first started this project, this token, we were initially Dollar Pepe. So we came out playing on the coattails of the Pepe meme. A lot of success was being had there, and we built a really strong community. We really started to franchise the meme side of it, and as we continue to grow and evolve, we realized that where we wanted to take the token, the vision we had, we needed to do a migration to a new contract, a rebrand, and that is what brought the vision of Dollar Squeeze. With Dollar Pepe, we stood by one stance that we were going to be the first meme token ever to hit $1 and beyond. We hold true to our roots of that as we've migrated to Dollar Squeeze. We will be the first meme/utility driven token to go beyond $1. We do that through incredibly hyper deflationary measures. It just goes back to how this team operates. Everything that has been put in place with Dollar Squeeze has been meticulously designed to do exactly what the name says, to squeeze that dollar beyond $1, to give our holders and our community an opportunity for financial freedom, and really just to take a token where no other token's gone before. When we talk about tier one utilities, to me, that's a really important topic to hit, because what we're looking to do and create, we don't want to just bring to the forefront what every other project brings, a DEX, a swap, a couple NFT lines, and then tell our community, hey, we delivered to you utility, because that doesn't foster mass adoption. What we want to do is to bring the fun of meme coins, which everyone can agree, they're fun, and they're a blast to get into, but a lot of them are short-lived, right? They don't really have a purpose. They don't really have a use case for longevity. We want to be a meme token that fosters and harbors that use case, and we're going to do that through creating tier one utilities that focus on bringing that mass adoption into crypto, because we firmly believe that the only way crypto is going to move forward and really take over as a financial option that's seriously considered and taken point blank serious by the rest of the world is by fostering mass adoption. So if you can merge the fun of meme tokens and mass adoption into one crypto, you have a recipe for incredible success. And that is exactly what Dollar Squeeze is here to do.
All right, cool. So why the name change?
Yeah.
Dollar Pepper to Dollar Squeeze.
Yeah,
And
so
because it was fairly quick, right?
Yeah, it was relatively quick. The reason for it is we started to notice with most meme tokens, as I kind of spoke on, they can be relatively short-lived. The hype around them can be short-lived. What we did not want to find ourselves in was a situation where we were held hostage to the Pepe hype, right, where it limited our ability to grow. And we firmly felt that if we were going to take this project to the next level that we have promised our holders, we want to ensure that we have a name that stands out. We have something that's unique, that's branded our own. We want to start that next trend. We don't want to just play, homage to the current trend, which is Pepe. And so by, making the decision to go ahead and branch away from the Pepe name, to foster, the Squeeze brand, and really start to bring attention to what a meme token with utility can do, we felt that name would allow us to do just that. Dollar Squeeze is, first of all, it's fun. It's got the ability to start its own trend. It isn't tied to any other meme coin. It's not one of the 10,000 Shibas or Doge tokens that are out there. It's not now part of the 10,000 Pepe tokens that are there. It's something that stands on its own 2 feet that we can really embrace and run with, and we can brand the way that we want to truly brand it. We just felt we couldn't do that if we were tied under the Pepe name.
All right, fair enough. So why didn't you think of that before you launched first time then? Just
So yeah, so it's not that we didn't think about the potentials of that. It is that initially we launched Dollar Pepe, with the Pepe hype, and as the project grew, which it grew incredibly fast, we started to realize the pace that our community and our token is growing. Our V2 was going to come a lot sooner than we anticipated. So for those reasons, we viewed it and said, okay, we got to reevaluate staying as a Pepe branded token. We're moving much faster than we anticipated we would. So therefore, we felt it was important to expedite the pace in which we made that name change. We always had the in the back of our minds, we knew there would come a time where we would do a V2, because we were going to move to a more serious branded token. And you've seen this in a lot of tokens out there, right? You saw this, for instance, with Volt. When Volt came out, it was originally branded Bolt. And then, as they realized the power behind their token and their community, they knew that they needed to do a rebrand. I feel that every good token that truly understands their community and sees the vision and power behind it, they embrace it and they make whatever changes come their way. If they have to adjust on the fly, it's better to adjust on the fly and be quick with that change than to kind of, drag your feet, not make the change, and then have to deal with it at a time when, let's say, maybe the Pepe pipe completely died down. What we wouldn't want to do is still be branded as a Pepe token when nobody cared about Pepe. You see what I'm saying?
okay.
We want to get that out of our name, completely be on our own 2 feet, and moving forward with our own brand and not be tied to any other brand.
Mm-hmm. So is that the name now? The current name, is that like you want to squeeze it out to be $1
Yes.
token, or?
Yeah. So
right, cool.
Yeah. So Dollar Squeeze is the final. It's the final migration. It's the final name. It will be what this token will be. We will not do another another migration. We will not do another name change. We are officially and formally will always be Dollar Squeeze.
So is the contract renounced also then?
So the contract at this time is not renounced, and there's a couple of reasons for that. So for what we want to do with Dollar Squeeze, we can't renounce the contract just yet. Now, when we hit a $21 million market cap, or not market cap, but supply, excuse me, a $21 million supply, and we move to the $1 price points, we will at that time renounce the contract. But right now, we're not looking to renounce the contract at this point because we may want to make additional alterations or changes as we move forward that continue to benefit the token and our community holders. Our goal with Dollar Squeeze, and we've talked about it very extensively with our community, is at the $1 price point, we are going to officially take Dollar Squeeze from just a crypto to a certified business that will be, based in Dubai. Now, at that point, when we migrate to a certified business based in Dubai, that is where we will begin production of our tier 1 utilities. We're already working in the background, coming up with ideas, formulating, what we're seeing in the crypto space that is working, that isn't working, what we can do to foster mass adoption, to bring something that's new to the table. We don't, like I said, we don't want to bring the same thing that every other project's bringing to the table. So we've got, a development team behind the scenes that is watching, looking, seeing what's happening in the crypto space, bringing those ideas. We're embracing community ideas, coming to a consensus of what utilities we want to start working on. And as we make that move, where the core team will be moving to Dubai at $1, will be a certified business based in Dubai. And there's a couple reasons for that we'll get into here shortly. But that's where really this starts to ramp up to the next level. We go from a token to a verified business, all core members, KYC. You can see our faces. You can tell where we're at. We're all based in Dubai. We have nothing to hide. We have nothing to keep from any of our members. Once we do establish all of that at the dollar price point, we really turn our focus to the utility-driven aspects. And what I want to touch on with the utility side. So when you look in the crypto space right now, what do you find a lot of, Mary? You find projects that are giving you NFTs. Sometimes they're linked to burn. Sometimes they're linked to like a tokenomic aspect of reflections, or you're finding
AI.
You're finding some AI, but let's be real. 90% of projects that call themselves AI aren't really AI focused.
Yeah,
They
no.
put the verbiage of AI in their project just to attract holders, but they're not really AI. Well, let's just be real with that. We see that with a lot
So,
of
so, so
projects.
what's your utility then gonna be, or is already with the dollar squeeze?
Yeah, so I can't speak on the tier one utilities because what I don't want to do at this point is give our competition what we want to do or alter or change. We hold a very, very close net under what we're looking to develop and do. At this point, right now, we're solely community driven and focused. So right now, our goal is to continue building the community, getting this token out there, getting to that dollar price point. Once we hit the dollar price point, that's where the production of the utilities will start coming into play. That's where our community will get an idea of the direction of those utilities. But I will tell you that they will be based around mass adoption. They will be different from anything you see in the crypto space, but we're not going to speak on them today because I don't want to give our competition or other projects an idea of what we're wanting to develop and change. So I can't give you too much on that today.
So it's a secret utility, you mean? Like we can't know at all. Can we know like the direction of it or?
Well, the direction is mass adoption. That is the direction. It is to bring people into crypto and to further the cause of crypto. So as we stand right now, right? If we look at the crypto market, let me just pull up coin market cap here. I'll give you guys a keen example of what I'm getting to. So right now in crypto, we sit at a $1.12 trillion market cap. Okay. If we want to continue to grow crypto, we need to attract new money. If we want crypto to truly be taken seriously as a financial opportunity and as a real driven investment opportunity for that top 1%, for that money that right now we're just not seeing enter the market, we need to bring something to the table that actually fosters change. And let's be real, right now we don't have anything in crypto that really fosters that change or really drives that mass adoption. Right now we're just recycling money. You're seeing money go from one project to another project to another project. You see a lot of investors just chasing green candles. We're not bringing new money into the crypto space. We haven't for many years. So what I will tell you is that all of our utilities will be based around that premise of bringing mass adoption to the table. Now, whether that is through offering fiat on and off ramp services, maybe that is through payment services. I'm not going to speak on exactly what we will do as a project, but I will tell you they are all centered around mass adoption. They're not centered around NFTs. They're not centered around a DEX or a perpetual. They're centered around utility that doesn't exist in this space or hasn't been really capitalized. And all of that utility is designed to get the average person. Like when you go to the gas station, Mary, I want to hear Joe and let's say Mary, I'm going to use your name as an example here. The two people who know nothing about crypto, I want to hear them talking about crypto. I want to hear them talking about dollar squeeze. Everyone might say, oh no, when you hear someone talking about the project, that's when you get out. No, in my opinion, that's when you really dig in. Because when you hear the average person talking about crypto, that is truly when you know we've embraced mass adoption. Right now, we're not at that stage. Right now, it's the tech savvy. It's the people who have been in the space for many years. It's not the tens
I'd
of
say
millions of people that are waiting.
that's a very sweet and good vision you have there at Dollar Squeeze. But how are you going to implement? I mean, how are you going to reach there? Because we have so many projects coming through here, and probably all of them are reaching for the same goal, mass adoption, or many of them anyway. And I mean, what's going to be so new and fresh about Dollar Squeeze that you're going to get lots of investors and lots of people joining then?
Sure. So again, I can't speak on exactly what we're going to do, but what I can tell you with it again, Mary, is that you have so many people in the crypto space, right, that tell you they want to do mass adoption, but they do what every other project does: NFTs, DEXs, perpetuals, Visa, Mastercards. There's so much of that. How do you make that better? How do you improve upon that? How do you make that accessible for the average person who knows nothing about DeFi or crypto? That's what we're aiming for. The people who don't know how to access PancakeSwap, don't know how to access Uniswap, don't know what BNB is, or Ethereum, or a gas fee, or how to even make a crypto wallet. Those are the kind of people that we're going to target. Now, will that take a lot of work? Absolutely. Is our team committed to doing so? Absolutely. But that's what we're chasing. We don't want to do what everyone else in the space does. We want to find a new and innovative way to bring about mass adoption, to make crypto fun, to merge meme coins and utility into one driven project that nobody else has done before. That is the direction that we're going to go.
So you're starting as a meme coin then, and your own meme coin, because Dollar Pepper or whatever it was before is gone. It's now Dollar Squeeze. So, and then hopefully you get lots of investors then, and then you're gonna just surprise them with a real utility that's like as nothing else have ever seen before in crypto space, and that's going to bring mass adoption. It sounds almost too good to be true in my ears, but yeah.
Sure.
I wish you the best of luck.
Here's what I would tell you, Mary, and I appreciate that, and I like how you're pushing the questions, because I know you want me to tell you. I can't tell you, but what
Please
I can
do.
say, what I
How
can
will you
say,
get investors if you don't tell them what's coming? I mean, you have to give them a hint, or I mean, just saying, "Oh, trust me, it's going to be great. It's going to be." It's
so here would be my answer to that, though. What we have done from this point in the project to where we stand currently absolutely speaks for itself. So community involvement and engagement. We've made it crystal clear to our community at this point, as we stand, to everyone in our community, that right now we are focused on community building, that we are pushing for mass adoption, that we have changes in mind and utilities in mind that will irreparably alter the space. But we're not going to speak on those until we get to that dollar price point. Right now, our focus is getting to $1 and nothing less. And once we attain that goal, that vision, and we are there, that is when we will begin to let our community know what those utilities are. So I'm going to agree to disagree that we can't attract investors with that, because I have seen many projects in space that promise you the world and can't even execute on the basic levels of commitment. We, as a project and as the dev team, listen to our community. We literally spare no expense when it comes to the marketing aspect of Dollar Squeeze. We right now are burning, for instance, we promised our holders over the next 7 days we would burn 1 million tokens per day. We are on burn number 3 today. We have already burned an additional 2 million of our circulating supply. When we launched, we burned an immediate 6.3 million from our migration from Dollar Pepe to Dollar Squeeze. We are burning 1 million per day over the next 5 days, 7 days total. We are extremely hyper deflationary. We bring the top influencers, the top possible influencers we can find at both Twitter and YouTube. We spare zero expense. We support the charts. We have a vision and a roadmap. And what we tell everybody is, if you don't believe in the vision and roadmap today, that's okay. I'm not here to tell you to buy a bag. I'm here to tell you what's going to happen with Dollar Squeeze. And if you don't buy a bag today, that's okay. What we would want you to do is join the Telegram chat and just observe what we do. Let our actions speak for us. And when you see what the project is doing, that's when you'll be bullish. That's when you'll buy in. And that's when you'll understand where we're going, where the roadmap is going to take this project, and what we're here to do and change.
Actually, I didn't say that you can't attract. I think it's kind of a brilliant idea to say that's something big coming, because crypto is a gamble business.
Absolutely.
Or gamble area. People who are attracted to crypto, they like to gamble, they like to find the next gem, and
you got those hardcore degen players, and I'll tell you with that too, Mary, that's one of the big things for us is when we designed this project, we wanted to design this project to be a safe haven for investors. Every one of us on this dev team, we've been rug pulled more than we care to even talk about. I mean, it has been rough over the last few years. I can't tell you how many thousands of dollars that all of us have lost, trying to find that next gem. And, not everybody in the world has money to just throw away project after project, I mean, we have a lot of investors that to B&B to them is life-changing, and so for us, we take that incredibly seriously. And so, when we tell our investors our vision, our roadmap, and what we want to accomplish, anything that we tell an investor is coming, we don't just speak it, for wordplay. If we tell you this is coming, this is something that we are doing. There will not be a single thing that we promise an investor that we will not deliver on. And I'll speak on that briefly here for you. We have made a very bold statement that we will be on 100 centralized exchanges by the end of this year. That is a promise that we have made to our investors. And
again, 100.
100 centralized exchanges by the end of this year.
Okay.
That's the promise of Dollar Squeeze. And trust me, when we say that, we don't just say that to say it. We have a plan and a vision, and we will execute that. When I speak of this dev team, I'm telling you right now, are you familiar with the Project Voltinu, just as an example?
Sorry, come again? What did you say?
Are you familiar with the Project Voltinu, just for an example?
Voltinu.
Voltinu. It's one of the biggest meme tokens in the DeFi space.
Yeah, we didn't have them on here though. But
that's okay.
I've heard the name. There's
Perfect.
lots of Volt tokens out there, actually.
There is. The reason why I want to bring that to your attention is one of the developers that's on this project is part of the reason why Volt hit over 100 centralized exchanges. So when I tell you that we are going to hit 100 exchanges, we're going to do that, both decentralized and centralized. And that will happen by the end of this year. That is the type of stuff that we are doing at this point. Community-based driven focus. We are going to change people's lives. And when we hit that dollar price point, we are going to move this to a certified business in Dubai. And we are going to begin what we've spoken about with the tier 1 utilities.
How many tokens are there right now? And what does it cost right now?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about it. So right now, in circulating supply, let me do some math for you because this is changing consistently. So give me one moment here while I pull up the calculator for you. Initially, we had 100 million tokens that were in circulating supply. So when we moved, don't mind my clicking behind me here. When we moved,
is that in total? 100
that was total.
Tokens, or?
Yes, 100 million in total when we launched initially as Dollar Pepe. When we migrated, we burned 6,300,000 tokens. So that moved our circulating supply to 93,700,000. We have just burned another 2 million, excuse me. We burned 1 million the day prior, and we burned 1 million yesterday. So we are currently right now.
And you're gonna burn another 7 days, you said, or
another 5 days total. So by the time we're all said and done, we will be at 83,700,000 in total supply. And again, we're extremely hyper deflationary. So in 5 days from today, which will be a total of 7 days since launch, we will be at 83,700,000. Now, 85,700,000. I apologize. What's really cool with that is let's talk about the tokenomics. So a lot of people want to know what's the buy tax, what's the sell tax. I'll tell everybody straight up, there's 0% buy tax. There is 13% sell tax. We're not going to punish our buyers. And I'll tell everybody very clearly, this isn't a pump and dump project. This isn't a short-term project. If you're worried about a 13% sell tax, then that tells me you're looking for a 1 or 2x. People who are here for the long-term vision, they're not worried about a 13% sell tax. But let me tell you what that does for you, because that's important information to have. So you are getting 1% to reflections on every sell. All of our holders attain 1% reflections. We do reward you for holding your bag. 4% to the treasury, 4% to marketing, 4% to burns. But here's the cool caveat. The burn wallet also attains reflections. So in essence, you're getting 5% to burn, and making us extremely hyperdeflationary. So as a reminder, an important notice, 8% total, which is 4% from treasury and 4% from marketing, is going directly to that wallet for marketing, advertising, and chart stabilization, basically whatever we need. If we want to go put billboards, we want to go put our logos on buses, we want to do massive partnerships with Twitter influencers and YouTube influencers. People like we've already had on board, like Jay Gig and Adam Shelton, Rodney, Ravello on Twitter, Gandalf, who is part of our community. We've got Travlad, we've got Mr. Big Whale. We have some of the biggest names in the crypto space. We spare literally zero expense when I tell you that. And we fund it all through our marketing wallet. So we put the tax money to work for our holders. We don't hold anything back, and we reward you in reflections. Now, one thing I will tell you with that, and you also asked about renouncing the contract. When we hit the 21 million in total supply, and we're at that point, we will move to a zero tax token period, zero buy tax, zero sell tax. We will then completely reward our holders and renounce the contract. But we're not.
Oh, that was my next question. That's good. Okay, so the sell tax is gonna get to zero before you renounce
Yes.
it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes. We will fully be a zero tax token when we renounce the contract.
It's good because it's better for central exchanges, I think, to have no buy and sell tax, right? Some doesn't even provide that, I guess.
We haven't really ran across that objection with the exchanges that we've been in talks with. A lot of them, honestly, aren't really worried about the 13% sell. And equally, I would say with that too, when you look at the way Volt structured their tokenomics, or in the early days, they were 13 by 13 sell, and they got on over 100.
But do they help you with that? Do they help to collect that and give it back then to you, or how does that work?
Are you talking on what an exchange does with the tax?
Yeah.
That I am not certain on. I don't believe that any of that is given.
I think that's the problem, that they don't want to be involved in that. That's why they don't really. But never mind, we're not there yet. So
right.
Let's move on to talk a little bit about marketing. I think you mentioned billboards and stuff. I mean, if you want to be the next mass adoption token out there and on everyone's lips, I think you need some more than AMAs on Twitter and Telegram or and billboards maybe. What's your plan there?
Yeah. So billboards aren't off the table. What I'll tell you is we have witnessed from many projects out there that billboards don't really move a project. If you're going to do a billboard, make it something that's mobile, right? Put it on a bus, put it on an airliner, put it on a vehicle. Do something where it is actually attaining attention. If it's just sitting stagnant on a billboard, 9 times out of 10, you're not really getting what you're paying for it. So billboards aren't off the table, but we want to be more in line with modern day marketing trends. And so, with that, you see a lot of cryptos that are targeting buses, airliners, wrapping an airliner maybe in your project's logo, or wrapping a bus, having, key community members that have wrapped their vehicles. There's a lot of opportunity there with Dollar Squeeze that we can harness those market trends and use those to our advantage. But that is where the marketing wallet comes into play, right? Is it allows us to make those decisions and to do things that a normal project might not be able to do. To wrap a school bus, or not a school bus, but like a city bus, for instance, that's not cheap. That's going to require a pretty hefty marketing wallet.
Is this going to be for the kids crypto? That's a new utility. Let's find out the utility, guys. Okay, I will pull up some people on stage, I think. Valhalla, are you ready for some questions from the audience?
Yeah, of course. We're always ready for community questions. Absolutely.
All right. Let's see if we have some here.
No worries.
I'm gonna unmute a few people. Let's keep it short and sweet, guys, so we can have many questions up today. I think we have a reward also, $200 as a reward. Is that correct?
Awesome. Let me double check with the dev team.
I saw
that information I was not privy to, but I believe that yes, we most likely have a reward for you guys.
All right, so I have Amber up here. Amber.
Hi, Amber. How are you doing?
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, Amber. What is your question?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I just want to ask about I want to ask that do you put the newbies in what's it called? Like now, how do you plan to introduce newbie to this project? Because I feel marketing is also a means of marketing too. Like, how do you plan to introduce newbies so that they may know more about this project? That's my question.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure that I got your question completely, Amber. So you're wanting to know how are we attracting new holders to Dollar Squeeze? Is that your question?
Yes, so that they may know more about this project.
Yeah, absolutely. Great question, first of all. So we do that through very extensive marketing. Now, one thing I want to speak on a little bit here, because we didn't get a lot of opportunity to talk on this aspect. So when our community asks us for certain aspects, whether that is a Twitter influencer, whether that is a YouTuber, a TikTok influencer, an Instagram influencer, if it makes sense for our community and for Dollar Squeeze, we are absolutely going to go after that. So we have the taxes in place to have the marketing to be able to make these kind of executive decisions, and to bring top-notch Twitter influencers, YouTube influencers into the project, and not just to do one or two tweets, but to make um, long-term partnerships that allow us to really push the project in directions that otherwise we wouldn't be able to go. We listen very strongly to our community. One thing you'll notice in our Telegram space, if you come in and join us, you're going to see people, our dev will be in there saying, hey, we're doing 50 callers today. We're going to spend 60 BNB on callers. Give me a caller. If they respond and their offer is good, we'll pay them and we'll make them do a tweet. That's what we do. We're all about community engagement. If there is somebody that you want to see, that you love, that you really want to represent Dollar Squeeze, and you're an investor in the project, DM me, DM the dev team. Say, hey, this caller, this Telegram group, this influencer, I think they'd be great for the project. If they respond to us, we're going to make that happen. We do that daily for our holders. I want to speak on something, Mary, here as well, that I think you're really going to like. So when I spoke about us becoming a certified business in Dubai, there is something that I wanted to save kind of till the end to really tell everybody listening on this space today. Let me ask this question to you, Amber. Have you ever been to Dubai?
No, but planning very soon.
Okay, so let me ask you the question. If you were a part of a project that was looking to recruit talent from their community, and that project said, hey, we're going to bring key people on board as team members of Dollar Squeeze, and we're going to give them an opportunity to change their lives by moving and being a part of the team and the project in Dubai, would you not be super excited for that kind of an opportunity? Because that is what Dollar Squeeze is doing. So I want to touch on that briefly. As we move to that point, when we become a certified business in Dubai, we are looking to recruit talent out of Dollar Squeeze's community. If you are a web designer, if you are somebody who is in programming, if you are a graphic designer, if you bring value to the project, and there is something that we are looking for.
Well, Hala, your voice is a little bit weird now again. Can you move your phone, maybe?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Well, we can hear you, but it sounds like you're miles away.
I'm not sure about that, Mary. I'm holding the phone right to my mouth. So I apologize.
All right, it was good before. But...
I'm not sure. It might be my connection. I apologize if you can hear me. I hope you can hear me okay. But what I was going on with this here is that we are looking to recruit talent out of our community. So if there are community members that bring something to the table that we need, we are willing to move them to Dubai. We are willing to hire them as a core member team, all expenses paid, and give them an opportunity of their lifetime. This is the kind of stuff that Dollar Squeeze is going to be doing as we move to that V2 roadmap, as we begin to develop these tier 1 utilities. We want to embrace the knowledge that exists in our community, the bullishness that is there, the brilliance, the creativity that is just waiting to be tapped into. We want to bring that on board with the team. There will be opportunities for our holders. So, Amber, we listen to our community. We take guidance and feedback. We give you what you want when it comes to influencers. And we don't spare any expense when making that happen. So we firmly believe that if we're going to be successful, we have to have our community successful. If I'm going to make money, you need to be able to make money. If you're not excited and you're not bullish, we can't be successful. So our success is directly tied to your success. That's our belief.
All right, let's have a next question, Valhalla, shall we?
Go for it, Mary.
Yeah. Okay, let's have Cosman. Cosman, you were up next, and then Matt.
All right. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity, Mary. Good day, Mary. It's been a very informative EMA so far. So, during this speech, you kept mentioning that some percentage of the DSQ token will be allocated to the treasury, which can be used for marketing. So, I don't know what exactly this percentage that will be allocated to this treasury? And also, aside DSQ token for marketing and other activities, what other measures or what other functions can this token be used for? Thank you.
Okay, so excuse me, Koosman, you cut out, so I caught part of that. Mary, can you hear me okay, or am I still breaking up?
Well, yeah, we can hear you now. I think he was asking about what can this use and be used for. So he also wants to know
Yeah,
the
yeah,
utility of Valhalla.
yeah, and the
Okay,
percentage that will
yeah,
be allocated to this treasury.
yeah. Okay. So question on treasury and utility. Got it. I can't speak on the utility. As I said, we're keeping that under wraps, but it will be utility that will embrace mass adoption in ways that nobody else has done that. As for the treasury wallet is utilized specifically for the marketing trend side of things. So when we talk about what we use for treasury, that is going to influencers, both Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, etc. Real life marketing trends, partnerships, development, all of that comes into play from the treasury and marketing wallet. So those funds will also be allocated for that tier 1 development when we move to that stage. We will always utilize that money in the best, most direct way we can that makes the most sense, right? Like, we don't just throw money at the wall to see what sticks. We target what works, what makes sense in the crypto space, and then we'll execute upon that. We're very meticulous in how we utilize those funds, and we make sure that every dollar spent benefits our holders 100%. You guys are at the top of that chain. If it doesn't benefit our holders, we're not going to spend money on it. If it does benefit our holders, we're going to take care of you.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe can
Thank you, Kasman. Only one
I? All right.
question,
All
though.
right. Okay. Sorry. Thank you.
We have so many today who wants to ask. Matt, go ahead.
You're good.
Hi, cheers. Yeah, I just had one quick question regarding, you say you're aiming for 100 CEX listings by the end of the year.
Yes.
Looking at the supply, where are your tokens going to be coming from to provide the exchanges for that? Because the Treasury wallet's got, what, 5% of the supply roughly? And obviously if that's used for marketing, development and everything else, there's not a lot of tokens left for the exchanges, is there?
Yeah. So for the CEX, as it stands at this point, so those are already set in reserve. So we have already, when we launched the token, a set of tokens were set aside for the centralized side of things. So we have those tokens in reserve for the launch aspect. Now, if they run out of tokens and they want to buy more, then they're going to have to buy them off the chart. So again, it only adds to the price squeeze, which you touched on, which I do want to kind of hit on too. It's very important to note. If you're familiar with Pepe on the Ethereum side, you're going to know that Pepe accidentally ran into a supply shock. And it not only launched their market cap to an insane height, the value of your bag, the value of the tokens all skyrocketed. It was pure circumstance. When we designed Dollar Squeeze, the name should tell you everything. We are looking to squeeze the dollar. We specifically designed the smart contract to force a supply shock. It forces the value of your bag. It forces the value of the project. It spurs that FOMO. It builds the value of the token. Now, for the centralized side of things, that is set aside, Matt. So they're going to have a supply. But if they want to re-up that supply...
Sorry, so how much of the supply have you got set aside for the exchanges?
Let me ask that question for the dev team. I don't know if they want to disclose that. Give me one moment.
Yeah, it's only because, well, normally, obviously, it's broken down on the tokenomics in one wallet.
2% has been set aside for the CEX side of things. Just so you have those numbers.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and if more, I was talking to the dev as we were answering this question. If more needs to be set aside, they're willing to buy that and to do that. But at this point, it's a 2% set aside.
Ask about the utility, Matt. No, just kidding.
Mary really wants that utility. I love it.
Bambi, do you have a question about the utility? Go ahead, please.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to ask. So my question is, you guys are meme project, like right? I mean, like, why do you guys want to build a meme project? What do you like about meme project? Thank you.
Yeah, no. So, if I understand your question correctly, why did we want to be a meme project? Was that your question?
Yeah. And what do you like about meme project?
Oh, okay. Yeah, great question. So, what I like about meme tokens is that 90% of them are community driven, right? Their success or failure is completely based upon the community. If the community doesn't embrace the token's not going to succeed. When we designed this contract originally under Dollar Pepe, we wanted to come out and embrace that meme side of things, right? We were all about the community growth and really starting to push the project with the meme side of it first, knowing that we would eventually move to a utility side. But kind of like I spoke on, we grew so fast that we went, okay, wow, this is going way quicker than we thought it was going to. It's time to move to that second phase. But I love meme tokens. I think they're a lot of fun. But what I want to see with a meme token is I want it to actually have a use case and a purpose. So, for me, a lot of times when you see a meme token come out with reflections, I kind of giggle because they have like 15 quintillion in circulating supply. So your reflections really mean nothing. Like they don't really bring anything to the table. The difference here is that when we were under Dollar Pepe, we had under 100 million in circulating supply. So your reflections absolutely meant something. And now that we're dollar squeeze, and the way that this tokenomic structure has been set, the smart contract has been designed to squeeze the dollar and go beyond, your reflections really, really matter. So it's really kind of fun to take, the fun part of meme tokens, but actually put a seriousness behind them and give them a purpose. And when you do that, and then of course you start moving towards building utility on those tokens, you're really starting to make a project that has a lot of potential. And that's really what we wanted to structure with Dollar Squeeze. We want it to be fun. We want it to be utility driven when we get to that point, but we want to keep that fun meme culture that we all like. I mean, that's really what attracts people to crypto. Was you ask anyone on the street if they could tell you anything about crypto, they're going to name 3 cryptos: Shiba, Doge, and Bitcoin. They don't know about Ethereum, they don't know about BNB, but they know about Shiba, they know about Doge, and they know about Bitcoin. The goal of any crypto should be able to become a street branded name. If the streets know you and are talking about you, that's when you've hit a new level of success. And that's one thing that we're aiming for here with Dollar Squeeze. We want to be a crypto that everybody knows.
I wish you the
Okay,
best of
thank
luck
you
there,
for the answer.
Valhalla. Okay, thank you, Bambi. Great question. Let's have Hunter up. What's your question about the utility, Hunter?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep, we can hear you just.
By the way, congratulations with the project, and I really love the concept of deflationary.
Thank you.
So regarding the question, I don't know if this is possible to publicly or to place in public the addresses of treasury and marketing tax. It would gain a lot of trust. What I mean, if you can.
Okay, so I'm not quite following your question. I'm sorry. One more time for me, Bambi, if you can.
Okay, would it be possible if you could place the addresses of the marketing and the treasury in public?
So if we can publicly dox the marketing and treasury wallets, are you
Yeah.
asking for like a receipt trail of what things are spent on?
The addresses.
The addresses for those. Okay, so you want to know the address for the marketing and the treasury wallets.
It would be it would gain a lot of trust if you can place it in public.
Yeah, I don't believe that that's something that the dev team is unwilling to do. Again, I'm not one that's going to make that decision on whether or not they're going to release, the addresses for the marketing and the treasury wallets, but I don't see why they wouldn't be willing to do that. That would be something I would encourage you to simply pop into our Telegram and ask. Say, hey, can I see the the TX hash for the marketing and the treasury wallet? And I'm sure they're more than happy to show you that.
Go and
Oh,
ask in the Telegram. We can't post it here anyway, Hunter,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
good,
and I
good
don't
point.
have it for you here. So,
Good
but
point.
I would encourage you to come in Telegram and ask that question. I don't see why that would be a problem. I mean, we're transparent on everything we do. And, 90% of what we spend comes right from community recommendations, right there in Telegram as it is. So, absolutely, man.
all right. Thank you very much. That's it for me, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
not
you,
a problem. Thank you.
Hunter. Cute picture there. I don't know. Is it a drop or something? Anyway, we have Josh up for a question. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, Josh, go ahead. What you got?
Can you hear us, Josh?
I'm not sure if he hasn't unmuted yet. Josh,
You
you there?
have to unmute yourself, Josh, if you want to speak. Okay, I think we.
Oh, there he goes. He's unmuted.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Josh. What you got?
Yeah, thank you for giving me a chance
Oh,
to
there
ask
he
my
is. Hi,
question.
Josh.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead, Josh. What question do you have? I'll definitely answer it for you.
All right. Thank you for giving me the chance to ask the question. You answered it while presenting the presentation earlier, but I would still like to know more about the community aspects, and probably in by just having your token with us, maybe you can also earn or get some reflections by having your token, and also by having your token, do we get a chance to contribute positively to your project? I think I'd just like to know more about that too.
Yeah, okay. So you're asking if by holding the token, do you have a way to contribute to the project? Is that the question?
Yes, by just holding your token, do we get the opportunity to get some reflections? And also, can we also contribute positively to your project by holding the token?
Yes. So we'll touch on that. Absolutely. Yes, you get 1% reflection on every buy that occurs by holding the token. Also, as I touched on briefly here a little bit with Mary, as we transition to the full-fledged business model based in Dubai, we will be recruiting talent out of the community to actually move to Dubai and be working with the dev team and the project. So, if you are a developer in any aspect, whether that's web design, graphic design, SQL, utility development, if you have those skill sets and you want to make that potentially life-changing opportunity, it's going to present itself to you. There will be an opportunity there for community members to become part of the core team, and those members do get basically a opportunity to move to Dubai and change their lives
Wow.
with the core team.
When is that going to be, Valhalla? What do you say? When it reaches $1 or?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, Mary. So when we hit the $1 price point, we officially begin the process of moving from a token to a complete certified trackable business. The business will be full KYC. All core members will be full KYC. You'll be able to see everybody, understand who does what role. Everything will be clear as day. And that's when we will begin development of the tier 1 utilities. But we will also be looking to bring community members on board in key roles to help us push that development. And they will have an opportunity to move to Dubai with everybody as well.
That's nice. So, I don't remember. Did you tell me how much is one token now if I want to buy one?
No, I didn't get a chance to get into that. I'm more than happy to right now. So one B&B will get you $15,000 or $15,000 squeeze at this point. 15.4 thousand DSQ for $310 as we stand right now based on B&B metrics.
Cool. All right.
So I mean we're sitting at a 2.2 cent price. 2 cents moving close to getting up there to where we can break into that 3 cent margin. I mean, chart is just super bullish. I love to see it. We've had a couple retracements and dips, and the community just eats them alive. This is a token. I tell everybody, I'm not here to sell you dollar squeeze. I come on here today to talk about the facts, to talk about the vision, and where we are looking to move to. If you guys are interested in buying the token, everyone please do your own research. DYOR, go to dollarsqueeze.io, look at the website, come join us in Telegram. I would encourage you just join us in Telegram and hang out for 2 or 3 days. See what's happening. Listen to the dev team. Listen to the community. Tonight at 8 p.m. UTC, we're going to burn another 1 million tokens. We're going to do it in a live VC. Yesterday, when we burned, we had 94 people in the VC. The countdown timer was on. We burned 1 million tokens. We put a bullish video out showing the burn. This is the kind of cool, fun stuff we do in Dollar Squeeze. We're going to do it again today. Come join us on Telegram. Come see what we do. Come experience it firsthand and then make a decision. But don't buy it based on what I've told you today. Don't buy it based on my excitement or the promises I tell you that this team is going to hold true to our holders. We want you to come experience it firsthand. Do your research. And if you're as excited as I am, get yourself a bag and join us for the journey.
Great. Good speech. I mean, now we have been here almost an hour. We were a little bit late, but yeah, it's about an hour now.
No
Is
worries.
there something else that you want to touch on before we have maybe a closing statement for you? And then maybe I'll find someone in the audience to take part of the reward as well, because we don't have time for more questions, guys. But stay on, and I will have a little selection competition.
Yeah. What I would say with it on the closing side, guys, I know we weren't able to get everybody's question. I love that you came, Mary, with a lot of questions today. It's awesome. You've challenged me in some questions, and that doesn't normally happen. So
Utility, Valhalla, utility.
I love it. I love it. I look forward to it. That's the kind of stuff that I live for. Is when I come into an AMA, because I'll be honest with you, the last couple of AMAs I've done, I've kind of felt like I've been the one leading the AMA and not just asking the questions. And it's nice to come into an AMA when you are prepared. I love it. And just know, that's what we're here. We're transparent. We want everyone to succeed in crypto. We want to make millionaires. We want people to change their lives by holding this project and token. But I don't want people to think, we are just another meme token that promises the world and isn't going to deliver on anything. Because that's what we've all experienced in the last 3 years that we've been in crypto, and we're sick of it. We are here to change that. We are here to change the space, to give people an opportunity to make money. I don't want you to buy based on what I've told you. I want you to come experience Dollar Squeeze. I want you to see what I do in the VC, what the devs are doing, the callers we're making, and then really make a decision for yourself. But just come join us. Come experience the FOMO that there is, the fun that takes place in our VC, and see the movement that we're trying to build. We want everybody in crypto to change their lives. That's what we're here for. Nobody in crypto is here for the social experiment. If you're here for a social experiment, I'm confused because why? You're here to make money and to change your life. And so let's do just that and let us help you on that path and that journey. I want to see when we move to the dollar price point and, I'm in Dubai and the core team's in Dubai, I want to see somebody from this AMA. I want to see somebody become a core member. I want to see somebody that can do things that, man, I could only imagine being able to do, whether that's designing, SQL, graphics, web design. I mean, I've been a web designer for 15 years, and there's people that can do it that blow my mind away. I know that there is a plethora of skills out there, and we want to embrace that. We want to take that. We want to bring it to the forefront of Dollar Squeeze, and we want to do what no token has done yet, and that is a meme token that's gone to $1 and beyond. We want to do that. We want to take us from just a meme to a serious utility-based driven token that has fun and gives everybody an opportunity to change their lives. So that's why I'm here. That's why you should be here. And I hope that everyone listening today is bullish and excited for Dollar Squeeze because we want you to be. We want to see people change their lives.
Very good. Well spoken, Valhalla. All right.
Thank you.
That was a good go through with today's project, the Dollar Squeeze by Valhalla. And yeah, guys, do your own research and join their Telegram group. I think it's Telegram that's the most used by you.
Yeah. Our Telegram is incredibly bullish. I mean, there's right now. I can just tell you, in our Telegram, there's 4,203 active members. We're less than a month old.
Okay, that's good. Great.
So,
all right.
I mean, it is. I wake up in the morning, Mary, and I've probably got 30,000 messages.
I have one last question that I
yes, go ahead.
I ask sometimes, and it's if you like pineapple pizza or not.
We're gonna get along really well. I love pineapple pizza.
All right.
See, I'm one of those people that whenever someone says pineapple doesn't belong on a pizza, I look at you weird. Because pineapple absolutely belongs on a pizza.
Pineapple is good on pizza. I agree, actually.
That's
I haven't
right.
had it in a while though, but let's see. Maybe
I
tonight.
was
Who
I was
knows?
expecting a hard question coming at the end. I'm like, man, she's saving the hardest hitting ones at the end, and then you hit me with a do I like pineapple pizza? I love it.
Yeah, I like to shock in the end with the pineapple with the hardest question, you know.
I
No,
wonder
but
how
it
much
has been a pleasure, Valhalla, to have you on. You're a good
it
talker,
has been.
and I had to shut you up a couple of times. I'm sorry if I interrupted you, but I needed to
No, you're
get
good.
some words through as well. So, and thank you everyone for coming. And yeah, let's have a little last thingy here for the reward. And I need you guys to listen. I want you to send some clap hands. Clap your hands, guys. Who's clapping hands first? Let's see. I see 2. I see 4, 5. Okay. Okay, I got you guys. I'm gonna take some of you. I'll get all of you to Alpha and he can decide who wins, okay? Not my decision. He has the money, so.
Well,
Thank
to
you.
whoever wins, congratulations on the reward.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming, and thank you, Valhalla. And I wish you the best of luck with reaching the mass adoption, because yeah, we need to reach there someday. Let's see how fast
Yes,
it goes.
I
And yeah, I
agree
can't wait for
100%.
the utility, Valhalla. Can you give me maybe a tiny, tiny clue?
No hints. I'm gonna keep you
Okay.
in suspense. I tell you
All
what,
right.
though, when we hit the dollar price point, Mary, you can do another AMA with us, and I will tell you all about it.
Of course. Yeah, you're always welcome back and tell me all about the utility. I want to know.
Well, I promise you that we will spare zero expense. We will do what is right by the crypto space. We are looking to build something that makes sense and moves us forward as a community as a whole, and that is our promise to Dollar Squeeze.
Okay,
Let's go get
very
it
good.
done.
All right, guys. I think that's it for today. We look forward to get Valhalla back here at $1 then.
All right, you guys have a
Whenever
great one.
that's gonna be. Maybe it's sooner than later. Who knows?
Maybe sooner than later. Depends on how bullish you guys get.
Guys, don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Always. That's my only and always financial advice for you. So have a good evening, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow. Again, we have another AMA coming up tomorrow.
You guys have a
Check
great one.
our socials for the times and everything, because if I say something, I usually get it wrong. So just be back. And have a good night, everyone. See you when I see you. Bye for now.